from Cristina's Leather, and we're here again for another Cristina's Leather Showcase. I hope you guys are having an amazing entrance to spring. It's already March and spring is already around the corner. Unfortunately, here in Portugal, it's still a bit on the gloomy side, and well, I hope in a couple of days the weather will be better, and I hope you guys are also doing well. And don't forget, this next Sunday, March 17th, my shop will be open for a limited amount of orders. So please check my Facebook page called Cristina's Leather, and there is a countdown, so you guys know the exact time that my shop will be opening. And let's get to the leathers, shall we? Today I will have 4 new leathers to show. Well, 3 new ones, 1 comeback. So let's start with the comeback, which is this first one. And this one is maple. Well, I enrolled this leather. So here we have maple. As you can see, it's a beautiful tan leather. Very pretty. Has a bit of a sheen to it, as you can see when the light is touching. Has a little bit of a shine. It is very slick. Has beautiful natural markings, fat veins, a bit of scars, some holes. I don't know if you can see it over here, but some holes where the animal was injured, and the edges are a bit more or darker than the rest of the leather, but it is absolutely gorgeous. It has a pull-up effect, so it is a pull-up leather. Let me see if I can fold it over here. I hope you can see it over here. It is lighter. So, as my normal pull-up leathers, this does scratch very easily and marks very easily. But if it is a very light scratch, you can rub it with your finger and it will just disappear. It has, let me see, 2mm thickness. Yeah, 2mm thickness. It has a bit of structure to it. It's not completely floppy, so it's pliable with structure. As you can see, it has some structure. So yeah, maple is back. Maple. Now for the colorful ones, then my more neutral one at the end. So let's start with this beautiful leather Night Out by the Beach. This one is a bit tricky to show the true color. Here you go. That is more the true color of the leather. It is a bluish gray leather. Some parts it appears more blue, some parts it appears more gray. It has on the edges clips, the clip marks, where the leather was hanged, so it would be, because of the drying and the dyeing process. It has a beautiful rugged texture, kind of similar to my old honey gold, and some parts it has more texture than others, and it is, as you can see, on the floppy side, very floppy. Not completely floppy, but it is floppy, as you can see. Has beautiful color variations going to gray to blue, and it has a lot of scars, natural markings, a little bit of bug bites, some scarring. I don't know if you can see over here, some scarring. And it is, you can feel the texture, but it's not rough. It is kind of smooth feeling, even though you feel the texture. And the inside, oh, the inside is so soft, so smooth. So, oh, thickness. I was almost forgetting that. It is almost the same thickness as maple, about 2mm thickness. And this does scratch easily. It marks and scratch easily, but As maple, if it is a light scratch, you can just rub it with your finger and it will just disappear. So yeah, a night out by the beach. Next one. So this one I will need some samples of my previous grays from my last leather showcase. So you can guess it is a gray leather. So here we have one shade of gray. As you can see, it is more of a greenish gray. Very, very soft, very smooth texture. Kind of like in my last showcase, the pink leather. Still has a lot of natural markings here. I see a lot of fat veins, a lot of scars. It doesn't scratch easily. As I'm scratching over here, it doesn't show anything. It is pliable. Yeah, it's not as floppy as night out on the beach, but it is very pliable. About same thickness, 2 millimeter thickness. Some parts it is more on the 1.5 millimeter, but mostly 2 millimeter thickness. And let me compare to the other two grays from my last showcase. I have here Dumbo. Let me see if I can show you. Against Dumbo. Dumbo is more of a true gray color, elephant gray. And against Antique Gray 2.0. I hope you can see that. I think you can see it, the difference. This one is a bit greener compared to Antique Gray. So yeah, one shade of gray. Now, for us, my finale, I have here a very, very unique leather. My, how can I say it? When I opened my shop for the first time, I had a leather that was named the Walking Dead leather. Because we made a lot of Walking Dead Traveler's Notebook, inspired Traveler's Notebook with that leather. So it became the Walking Dead leather. And when I was at my supplier, I found a leather that reminded me of when I opened my shop. And it is this one, the Home. Those of you that may remember my Walking Dead leather, it was this texture, but the background, instead of being beige, it was more of a darkish bluish gray. This one is white with that old paint drying effect. I'm not sure if I'm making sense. With that rough texture. And this one is called the Turron, which is a Spanish nougat or brittle, candy brittle, that is made out of honey and I believe almonds. I bet Bill will write down if I'm correct or if I'm mistaken. And it is very typical on the north of Spain, I believe. At least when we visited the north of Spain, that was available for sale, and Pedro loves that candy. He really loves that. So this reminded him of the home because of the inside. This leather has the particularity of it can be used as like a reversible TN. You have the outside that can be used and the inside that can be used. So the inside is more of my typical pull-up leathers with lots of scarring markings of the natural leather, of the natural animal, sorry. And it has a bit of the pull-up effect, so if I do like this, I'm not sure if you can see it right there. It is a bit lighter, so it does have a bit of the pull-up effect. And the inside, it doesn't scratch that easily, but scratches more easily than the outside. The outside is more scratch resistant because of this effect that it has. And the inside is super slick, just like maple, super slick. But the outside is more rough in texture. You can hear it, right? It's more rough because of this paint effect that it has. And it is on the more floppy side. You can see it? So, on the floppy. And, let me see, yeah, 2mm thickness. So, all these new 4 leathers have more or less the same thickness. But Toho is really something special. I hope you can see all the variations of the paint technique that they used. And on the inside, I hope you can see over here, and on this side, all the natural markings, all the scars. Really is a very cool leather. So if without pockets, you can use one side or the other. Very cool. So yeah, to home. And that's it, folks. I hope you guys have an amazing rest of the week, an amazing weekend, and please don't forget that my shop will be open this Sunday. So yeah, until then or until next time.